Hey everybody, welcome to the CharlieB Podcast. I'm your host, CharlieB. Do you ever feel like you have so much going on and you just need to breathe? Being a wife and mother can be so overwhelming, and sometimes you just need a minute. Take that minute with me, CharlieB. In this space, we'll talk about marriage, motherhood, and just being a woman. How do we manage to keep it together in the midst of everything that's going on? We're women, and that's just what we do. So listen, this is that pull up to the house and sit in your car for a minute moment. We all need those. You didn't have to, but I'm so glad you decided to spend that moment with me on the CharlieB Podcast. Let's jump right in. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the CharlieB Podcast. My name is Charlene, better known as CharlieB, and I am so glad that you took out the time to join me. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome, and thank you so much, and I hope you're here to stay. I decided for the month of July to continue with Love is in the Air. I felt like June went so well and we got so much great feedback from the June episodes. So I want to thank all my sisters that joined me in June talking about their love. And I have a new round of guests for July. So we're going to continue with Love is in the Air. And I have one of my favorite peoples in the whole wide world. Her name is Anna. Say hello to the peoples, Anna.
Hello, people.
My big sister, Antoinette Frieson. Toni McCurry is in the building tonight. And listen, y'all. Toni has been married to Eric for 33 years. 33 years, Anna. I was there. I remember I was walking home from track. I think I was leaving a track meet, and y'all, I don't even know how y'all met up with me and asked me to come sign. Come with us. And I was like, where are we going? You don't remember that? And I had to sign y'all's marriage license because I was 18 now.
Come on and sign this for us.
Wow, why I gotta be somebody off the streets? So I mean, funny. I was on the street.
No, that's just so irresponsible.
And I was like, let's go, let's do it. What I'm signing again?
I gotta sign.
What is this?
What am I signing
The
for?
fun part is I think it was my first official document that I signed at 18.
So we wanted to make you feel important.
I think y'all just didn't have nobody else to sign your marriage license, so y'all snatched me.
You coming home from school? Was you in high school?
That was 1991. Yeah, I was about to graduate.
Yeah.
What month did you get married?
In March. So you weren't 18, were you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we got married March.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah.
If 91, yes, because I graduated when I was 18.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, that is right. You have me confused for a minute now. I'm getting older. I'm getting old. I'm getting up there. But yeah, I graduated when I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I liked the 6th grade so much that I did it twice. That was not because I liked it. And I'm just going to keep it real. It was tough out there in them 6th grade streets. So, but it was
told me to stay out them bushes.
This ain't got nothing to do with Love is in the Air. But that's what happened. I was walking home from track or whatever I was doing at that time in high school, and y'all pulled up on me and asked me to come with y'all, and we went and signed your marriage license.
So that's okay.
And 33 years later, I think it was my signature that kept y'all together.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what makes you happy.
It does. So, Toni, why don't you tell us who you are? Everybody met Toni at the siblings episode. They met you again when we did
breast cancer.
No, before that it was breast cancer.
Mine, fear or
faith over fear. And then you had the Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
You did all about. Listen,
Oh,
you
October.
popular on the CharlieB Podcast, girl.
Let's go.
Let's
When you need
do
some
it.
time off, I got you.
I love it.
As long as you got everything written down.
So why don't you tell us again who you are and tell us about your boo?
I am Charlene's second oldest sister, Antoinette. Everyone in the family knows me as Toni Frieson. And I'm married to the love of my entire life, Mr. Eric Frieson. And I knew the day that I met Eric that he was going to be mine. I knew it. At 15, I knew it. I was in like. A whole lot of like.
I was like.
I was crazy about it when I first saw him. And the girls that I was with, we worked at a program named CETA back in the day. On my born in 69, 67, 69. Y'all know about CETA.
CETA, okay.
The CETA program. You had, it was a summer program. We worked over the summer. And Mommy and Daddy made too much, they say, for me to live with them. So I went and spent my summers in Willenboro with Nanny Bird.
I didn't know that.
I spent almost every summer in Willenboro so that I could work. I had to work. And that's when I met Eric. And we used to get dropped off at a different park in Willenboro every day.
Okay.
And this particular day, we was at Brodeo Park. I'll never forget it, in Twin Hills. And he was standing over there with his friends, and I was walking up with two girls that I had met. And I was like, oh my God, who is that? And they said, oh, that's Eric. I was like, okay, introduce me to him. Like,
what?
He is this chocolate, high top fade. We at work in the park, and he got on TaylorMade jeans. I'm like, okay, this guy is about something. He got on TaylorMade.
Wow.
And that was it for me.
First of all, I never heard that story before.
Yeah, I stayed with Nanny Bird every summer.
That's incredible. Like, my mind is blown right now. Like, I had no idea.
Yep, I would go Friday night after church. No, Sunday after church, and stay until Friday night.
Wow, I must have been so lonely. Where were we living at the time? Locust?
Locust. Yeah.
Okay.
Locust Avenue.
That is pretty awesome.
Yep.
And then from there, you walked up to him and was like, back then, girls didn't really do that, though.
Back then, we had to wait for them to push up. But
Right.
I'm like, I don't know about that.
What you doing?
He got a lot of girls liking him. And then I got back to city to find out he had a lot of girls liking him. Oh, I go with Eric Frieson. No, I go with Eric Frieson. Eric, who you go with? And
okay.
he married me. So,
that is pretty cool.
yeah.
So 33 years.
33 years.
2 children.
Ups and downs.
3 grandchildren.
3 amazing
Toni is
grandchildren.
like the cool, sweet Nana. Nana, right?
Nana.
They call you. So you and Eric have been through, like, your testimony is one for the ages to me, because y'all were together, you said 15 years old, but then you didn't start really going with him. Maybe you did, but you didn't. Then you broke up and then got back together.
Well,
it's not like y'all. What I'm saying is, y'all didn't meet at 15, stay together, then get married.
No. That's not our testimony. That is not our testimony. So we dated off and on through high school, and then he moved to Florida. And then he came back, and he was dating someone. I don't know if they were dating. They might have just been talking.
They'd been hollering, kicking it.
Yeah, he hollered at her. They hollered at each other.
We used to call it talking back in the day.
Yeah, so he asked her if she knew me and if she had my number. Oh yeah, Toni McCarthy, that's my girl. Boom, boom, boom. So gave her my number. Gave him my number.
The girl did?
Yeah, we had lost contact.
The girl he was talking to, he gonna ask her, do you know Toni McCurry? And this girl that he was talking to, so my boyfriend gonna ask me for another girl.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking they weren't really...
Oh, couldn't have been.
Going together.
Not unless
they
she was
just
scared of
like,
you.
That's a possibility. They could have, they might have just been talking.
Okay.
You know. And I was working at Helene Full. I had Talisa, everything.
Okay.
I was working at Helene Full. And I was working 3 to 11. And
oh, so this was some years later.
Yeah.
Talisa.
Yeah, we got back together in... Talisa was born 87. So we got back together 89.
Wow.
I'm sitting here
Okay.
thinking like, what? My brain is like a little off today.
We just got off
Tired.
from work. We tired. We sleepy. Let's go.
So yeah, Talisa was almost 2. She was a year and a half. And I would get off work and mommy be like, some boy named Eric keep calling you. I'm like, did he leave his number? She's like, I just told him you wasn't home. You was at work. You didn't get off till 11:30. And he asked if it was okay to call. And I said, yeah. So I get home that night. The phone rings. Toni, that's probably that boy. Because it was like 11:45. So, and Daddy was working nights at the time.
Right. I remember that.
So I answered and I'm like, Eric, who? Because I said to mommy, I only know one Eric that would call, you know.
Right.
And it's Eric Frieson. And when I answered the phone, I'm like, hello? What's up? I'm like, who is this? Eric. Eric who? Eric Frieson. And I thought I would die. I just melted. And she's like, okay, well, talk to him. He been calling everything. Talk to the boy.
Talk to the boy so he can stop calling him.
Okay. So he was like, what's up? I've been trying to reach you. What's going on? Who you dating? You know, like nobody. I got a daughter. He said, I know you got a daughter. I remember when you had her. Because after I had Talisa, he was the first face I saw walking into labor and delivery because he was bringing me my food tray.
I was about to say, what was he doing there?
So I'm like pulling the cover over my head. He can't see me like this. But I just had a baby. Like,
Right.
He has to go. He cannot see me unkept. So, you know, time goes on. After we talked on the phone, we got together, and it was a wrap.
Wow.
Like, I said,
So that's when y'all started going steady.
yeah, we got back
I just
together.
said going
and-
steady.
Yeah, you said going steady. You took that way back before our time. Going steady. Whoa.
Woo! That's funny.
Yeah.
That is
We
a
started
pretty
going
cool
together,
story.
and-
So thank God he reached out to you and
Yeah.
y'all reconnected.
Yep. And
Nice.
it's been on and popping.
And then, so Talisa was, remember, dancing nut at the wedding, but she was probably 4 or 5 when y'all got married?
She was 4 when we got married.
And you were pregnant with Asia.
Asia. Yes.
Okay. So you and Eric have been through some things. What is the foundation? Let me change that again because I know what the foundation is. What was the foundation at that time? I'm picturing your wedding and I can see it like it was yesterday, right? What kept y'all together from then to now? And I know God is in there, but some foundational stuff where people have to know things are going to get rough and things are going to get tough, but we fight through it. And the stick-to-itiveness.
That's your word.
Yeah, I love that word. Because, everything is figure-outable. And if you don't make it through the 5 years, the first year, you can't make it to the 5. And if you don't make it through the 5 years, you can't make it to the 10 and to the 20, to the 30. And y'all are on 33. And I know your story. But somebody out there doesn't. Right? So how'd you do it?
You can't be afraid of the challenges because you're going to have challenges. Anybody who says they have a perfect marriage, I don't believe them.
I don't either.
I don't believe them. You may have a great marriage.
Yeah, a godly marriage.
But nobody has a perfect marriage. And you have to be willing to go through the challenges. Because if every time something goes wrong and you just throw your hands out,
How do you not, from all the wrong that you went through, there were times that you threw your hands up, but then you put them back down, right? I'm done, and then you're back, and I'm done, and then you're back. How do you get to the point of, we got to get through this?
Communicating. You gotta talk. You gotta be each other's go-to. You gotta be each other's person.
Right.
Like, I can't talk to my sister more than I talk to my husband.
Right.
And I'm still learning that.
Right.
After 33 years of marriage.
Me too.
Like, there was something I was going through recently. And I said to him, I got some things I need worked out. And I can't talk to nobody about it. And the first thing that came out of his mouth, because he know if I can't talk to him about it, he said, not even Char? I said, not even Char. He said, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And I guess that must have drove him crazy. Like, what can she not talk to me or Char about?
Right.
Because there's nothing that I'm not afraid to talk to my husband about.
Right.
But there are some things that it's difficult to talk about.
Yeah.
But you got to talk about the difficult things.
You have to.
Because sometimes we're afraid of the answer.
The reaction.
But you got to talk about the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You got to talk about the uncomfortable. Because if you don't, then it'll be like a lump under the rug.
Right.
And at some point, somebody's going to get tripped up.
Right.
So you got to be willing and courageous enough to talk about everything.
Right.
Everything, no matter what the outcome is. But be wise in how you go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Be wise how you go about it.
It's interesting that you said that, because, well, let me just, Toni has to clear her throat a lot, and I'm not going to edit all this clearing her throat out, and I want you to be free to clear your throat, because my sister is a lung cancer survivor, so we going to deal with the clearing of the throat. I got an attitude.
I know, right?
I don't even...
Nobody said anything. It's okay. Nobody said, why she keep clearing her throat?
No, because you seem uncomfortable to clear your throat, and I need you to be free to clear your throat.
Yes, ma'am. I'm free. I'm free.
And then if they're like, why she keep clearing her throat? That's why, because my sister had lung cancer, and she got to clear her throat now. So I'm not mad. I'm just...
Asia. Daughter, this is where you get it from, your godmom.
So, anywho, it's amazing that you said that, because Sean Dawson, my road dog, she was saying the same thing, talking about the ugly and the uncomfortable and her fears, you know. And sometimes we don't want to share that with our husband, but I think that's what makes us more vulnerable, and it gives them, it makes them feel strong, because they know their responsibility to protect our hearts, right? So when we feel like we can share, no matter what, or no matter how deep or dark it is. And Tiffany said the same thing, like, babe, I got to tell you something, kind of thing, like, babe, I got to tell you something. And then it's like, what's up? You know, but we want him to feel the same way, that he can come tell us that something.
Right.
Because that's the only, keeping the lines of communication open. And you had mentioned that if every argument or every disagreement leads to you throwing your hands up and I'm leaving you, I'm divorcing you, I don't want you to board. I don't, first of all, we're going to pray about that spirit. But how can you possibly get to where God is trying to take your marriage? Because I believe it comes in kind of like with age and with children. You evolve, you get older. Right. The baby's born, and now the baby's, oh, I can't wait till he says his first words. Oh, I can't wait till he says mom. I was going to say mom or dad first. A marriage is the same thing. You can't wait to get to the next thing and the next thing. And then you have children, and then the children go to school, the first day of school. It's like, oh my gosh. So you have to continue to grow and evolve as a married couple. As you and Eric grew, some things happened in your lives. And I love how you share your testimony. And I want you to share that with us today, as much as you are comfortable sharing, to help somebody that's going to be listening to this. If they're listening 5 years from now, we're landed on July 1st. Your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday, Anna.
Thank you. 57.
Tony's birthday is July 3rd. And a lot has happened. I usually, as we know, this is a side note, I pre-record. But a lot has happened. We had a death in our church family, so a lot happened, but I'm not going to let it stop me. We got to keep going. But I want you to just share, and how did you overcome? How did Eric and you together how did you overcome? Then how did the two of you overcome the hurdles?
So, we've had a lot of hurdles. We've had a lot of hurdles, from drug addiction, sickness, just anything that could break a marriage up. We've been through it. And we come back to the same conclusion. God, a lot of this happened before we were saved.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
And once we got saved, it made a lot of that a lot easier. But how did we get over the hurdle of the drug addiction? We did drugs together for a long time. And as long as we had something on the table, we was best friends. Mm-hmm. But when it came down to that last hit, now we gonna fall out over something. Because when it comes to that, it's serious.
Right.
You know, the addiction it takes precedent over everything and everybody. Mm-hmm. Husband, children, mom, dad, everybody is put on the back burner for that drug. And I got clean first. And I was clean, and it caused a lot of problems, because if you're both not using, then that's trouble for the one that's not using.
Right.
So the user is thinking about themselves. As I just said, the drug comes first. Mm-hmm. So we both couldn't, we were unequally yoked, because I went from rehab straight to church, because I knew that if I was going to stay off drugs, I needed to be in church. Right. I needed something to keep me.
Right.
And the streets wasn't my friends. Mm-mm. The club wasn't my friends. Back then, we hung at the Democrat, the Republican, the Boat Club, Legion.
Yeah.
All of them places.
Yes, we did.
I was rolling in all of them. And when I gave my life to God, now my mission was to get my husband saved. Mm-hmm. And I'm busy trying to make sure he doing the right thing, that I was slipping. I was missing that part of my life, because he wasn't home with me. He was ripping and running and doing,
That's your husband. You probably worried about him.
About my husband. Worried sick about him.
I remember.
And then the Lord, he had an asthma attack that took his life.
I remember that dreadful night.
December 10th, 1999. I'll never forget it. I got a call, and they said, your husband respiratory arrested. You need to get here now. And we were in the midst of doing a banquet for my brother. He had a football team. We were doing a banquet. And I had to go. And I don't know the lady that dropped me off at the hospital. Never seen this lady a day in my life. And she happened to be at the same place. And, you know, she saw me crying. And she said, I'll take you where you need to go. And dropped me at the hospital. Made sure somebody was there with me. And my father met us there. And my father prayed for Eric. And, you know, the Lord intervened. And thank God he decided to give his life to God not long after that.
Well, did he flatline? Like, give a little bit more. He was gone.
He was on his front lawn, passed out from an asthma attack. They had to code him on his front lawn. They had to intubate him.
Yes.
Put him on life support.
Life support.
He was dead. He was dead. And they had to defibrillate him and the whole nine. And I'll never forget it. When them trying to put the E-tube in, he had a huge cut on the back of his mouth, inside his mouth. And he couldn't swallow for days. Like, he couldn't eat regular food for days. Because it was such a big cut in his mouth. And he just went through so much those few days. He had a massive heart attack. I mean, it could have took his life.
Yes.
But God had mercy. And not long after that, he gave his life to God. And that was, thank God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Ooh, what a relief. What a relief for that man to be saved and chasing after God, you know. And
just became a testimony. One thing that I respect you and Eric for so much, many things, but I think the main thing is that you share your testimony. You're not ashamed of where God brought you from. And then your mission is to go around telling people about your testimony. And I believe that's y'all's ministry.
Praise God.
Because the truth of the matter is, some folks get to a place where you all are and like they get fancy on us. And then forget where they came from and forget what God did for them. And how many lives can you imagine can be saved? But if he did it for me, then I know he can do it for you. Or a person saying, I remember I used to smoke with them.
Yes.
And God said, y'all told testimonies about people walking up the driveway at church like, yo, is that you? What you mean you the deacon? How does that even happen? Like, where you come from?
Right. Like,
why are you walking down this drive?
Somebody walking down the driveway.
Because that person, God needed that person to run into Eric to give him hope.
He was looking for a church. He needed a church. And I'm sitting in the back room. I'm like, somebody is walking down the driveway. And this was the pandemic, so ain't too many people walking down here. What you doing here? And he saw Eric. He was like, wait, hold on. Is that E? Wait, hold on. Why you at a church? I said, he must not have seen you in years. He said, why you at a church, E? And I was like, oh, I know you. I'm Toni McCurry. Yo! Oh, man. E, Toni McCurry. I'm like, yo.
That is God. Awesome.
But God, he
and
only
that
knew
kind of
us
thing
from
happened
the
to
drugs.
y'all so many times.
Yeah, he grew up with Eric and Willenboro, and he knew me from my family. And it was like, yo, what Dave up to, and just started wanting that.
Right.
But, you just never know what somebody needs at that time.
Yeah.
And you got to meet people where they are.
Yep.
You got to meet people where they are. And like today when I tell people that I work with, about my drug addiction, We talking about somebody else.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, Miss Antoinette. I said yes.
Yes way.
Yes way.
Yes way.
Miss Antoinette was up and down, 5 o'clock in the morning. But God.
Scariest times of
But God.
my life. Scariest times of my life. And then it's just amazing how God, I was saying this in church yesterday, how God, it's one thing to read the Bible and you hear the stories and overcoming, oh, that's so cool how that person was so victorious. Oh, isn't that lovely? And you're just reading all these wonderful stories, the greatest story ever told, right? But then you know people that God did it for, and you get to tell your own story.
Right. His story.
Right. Because he did it.
He did it. Didn't do it myself. Narcotics Anonymous didn't do it. Alcoholics Anonymous didn't do it. Because I tried it. I went. They said 90 meetings in 90 days.
Did Eric go to
Eric
rehab?
didn't go anywhere.
Wow.
I don't need that. and we didn't. But I went to the meeting, and no disrespect to anybody who that works for.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless you. Didn't work for me. Because I just saw so many people. I went to 2 or 3 meetings when I left rehab. And just to see the people, that it was like a revolving door.
Right.
This is my 3rd time. Thanks for sharing. It works if you work it. I just could not.
Some deliverance.
I just could not in my mind grasp how you're doing this again. I just didn't have that in me. I couldn't fall, get back up, fall. I was just so afraid that one of those times I wouldn't make it back.
Right.
And I did relapse once, and I realized you are not invincible.
Right.
You too, ma'am, can fall.
But you relapsed like right after. It was
Yeah,
not
it was
like
like
20
8
years
months.
later.
No, it was
you
like
relapsed.
8 months.
Yeah, let's be clear on that. Because you've been going strong for a
Right.
minute.
Yeah, it was 8 months.
Yeah.
I got clean September, and I relapsed May 15th. Never
You
forget
remember
it.
the date?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Never forget it.
To God be the glory, you never relapsed again. And you and Eric have been going steady, I'm going to say that, in your marriage for 33 wonderful years. And now, today, in 2024, when you look and you say in March, we celebrate 33 years of marriage.
Yep.
What advice would you give somebody that's on the brink of, you know what, this ain't it. This ain't me. This ain't for me. No. Like, in those, and I know for me, in the tough times for me and George, and I've talked about this in the previous episodes. I just like hearing it from different people, because it goes back to there is no perfect marriage. Now, every marriage isn't a wreck. My marriage isn't a wreck. I'm not trying to make it seem like me and George been, wow. No, but we've had some rough times, right? I left him one time for like an hour. I left. And I was like, you know what? I don't have to put up with this. And I got in my car.
You went to the store and stayed a little long?
I got in my car and I was out of there. And then I came back.
I know, because he ain't called APB.
But I was so mad that in that moment I was like, you know what? I got to deal with this. But it was deep down. First of all, I was like, where I'm going. And then second of all, I was like, where I'm going. Then thirdly, I was like, I love this man. I need to stop being immature. I need to go talk about it. I need to go tell him what he did to make me upset. And we need to talk it out. Like, I came to my senses. And then I was like, where I'm going.
Third of all.
No, that was fourth.
Oh, okay.
So, it's like, when people get to that point, they really don't come back. over an argument, over a disagreement. I can't even tell you. I might be able to remember one or two arguments, but did it really matter? No. And now on to the next day, you still not talking and you still just walking away from a whole marriage. And I'm trying to prevent that on the CharlieB Podcast. We got to get over the hurdles. There are going to be hurdles. And we got to get over them.
Got to get over them and make this thing work. Now, is every marriage going to work? No.
Thank you for saying that, because it's not.
Is every marriage going to work? No.
Unfortunately. But I believe that if you marry the person that God intended for you to marry, not the person that you
intended for you to marry,
wanted to marry, or you got in self mode instead of God leading you. The God intended marriages work. Now, how do we get to those? Right? You wait on the Lord. You wait on the Lord.
Yeah. Did I wait on the Lord? I wasn't saved, so absolutely not. I loved Eric like I said, from the day I saw him. I've loved Eric for a very, very long time. And I've always heard the saying, if you break up, and if they come back to you, it was meant to be. I believe that in that sense, because I had moved on. He had moved on. But when he came back and found me, that was just, the cat's meow for me.
I love that.
But you just have to get out of your own way. Put aside your pride. Because a lot of times it's not easy to say, I'm sorry.
I was wrong.
I was wrong, babe.
Yeah.
Like I did something the other day. People say I'm spoiled. I receive it.
Me too.
I receive it.
In Jesus' name.
So, this is a little off subject. Eric does certain things for me out of habit. At night, he makes sure I have something cold to drink. In the morning, my car is always started. If it's cold out, the heat is blowing. If it's hot out, the air is ready for me.
That's awesome.
Shh, listen.
That's...
So,
girl, by the
way. A couple of days, he forgot my water.
Upstairs? So he brings you water.
He makes sure I have a really cold water in the refrigerator, and then I take it upstairs at night.
Wow.
So then I came downstairs the next morning, and we got up a little late, and my car wasn't started. Mind you, the keys were in my pocket. So I get to my car, and I start my car, and I'm putting the stuff in the car. I don't know how you can forget. So I called him. I said, "Are we good? Are we okay?" He's like, "What are you talking about, Tony?" I said, "Last night you didn't get my water. Today my car wasn't started. I mean, are we okay? Did I do something? Are we good?" He was like, "Incredible." Tony, are you really seriously crying right now? I'm just not used to you not taking care of me.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Tony, wait a minute. Because I forgot the water one night, or was it whatever, and then I didn't start your car today, you say I don't take care of you? It's the little things, Eric. It's the little things. I can't get used to you not taking care of me. I don't know how to. He was like, unbelievable, incredible.
Wow.
I had to do some soul searching.
Hard soul searching.
I was in the lunchroom with the girls and I was telling them about it, and they laughed at me.
They should have laughed you to scorn.
It was like, Miss Antoinette, you mean to tell me?
Unbelievable.
I was like, but he didn't get...
I'm a little disappointed.
You can get your own water.
Yeah.
I was like...
You sure can.
But it wasn't cold.
Oh.
Don't you have ice? Yeah, but you don't get the point. You're not understanding the point. Nobody understood me. So I had to see myself.
Nobody still understands you. By the way, just for the record,
I had to see myself.
The CharlieB listeners don't understand you either.
And come home and just fall into his arms. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for acting like a spoiled brat.
Yes.
Then I said, but you created. Then I was like, that wasn't really an apology.
Wait, let me do that again. I'm sorry.
Baby, I'm sorry for what I did. Sorry for acting like a brat. And I had to mean it. And like really, like that was so ridiculous.
It was, Anna.
Like, girl.
I'm shocked.
Do you know how many women don't have a man that start their car?
And it could be next to his, and he gonna get in his car and leave you, and y'all leaving at the same time. But he warmed his up.
I need to be ashamed of myself.
Thank you, Jesus, for letting me see yourself.
I got an amazing man who don't let me want for nothing. All I gotta do is spit. And I ain't got to
no, you don't gotta speak.
And
that's
if he got a thought that I need something or I want something.
Wow.
And I'm like, how dare you? You ungrateful woman, you.
Ungrateful snot rag, you.
Yes, I had to receive my lashing from myself because it was horrible.
How many women needed to hear that tonight? Because some of us would have played that out and made him feel bad, and then if he ever forgot again, if you don't love me, I thought you loved me. Like, we know how to do it.
So he went out and bought 4 extra big waters and put them in the refrigerator. And I bet I had forgot one to take with me.
Help me, Jesus.
I got the water, thank you. You know, just like...
Oh, my gosh. That's beautiful, though.
That's how you run a good man off. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. We got to stop nagging. We got to stop...
Come on.
Being in his ear about every little thing. I see myself.
Talk about it. Be about it.
I saw myself because...
And that's 33 years.
If that's all he forget is a water...
Child.
Man, I'm batting a million.
Some of us is not us, not me. Is wishing that they just come home.
Yeah, I got a great man.
You know?
If he forget every now and then, give him a pass.
It's all right. You know, I think that's, first of all, it's beautiful that he loves you and sees about you. I don't drink cold water.
I do.
I can't. But there are things that Mr. Holmes does for me that I just be like, I can't name them, Anna. But there are times when I'm like, did you not see that my tank was on empty? What happened? What happened? And he's like, did you not drive past the gas station? And I'm like, that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm on E. And like, what happened? It's this just... We're creatures of habit. And when they start doing this stuff, and then when they don't, it's like, what?
You mean?
How am I supposed to drive to work now? By the way, I work 10 minutes away. I made it back safely. You know what I mean? Like, why? What are you really griping about?
Right. What are you really picking an argument about?
But right, see, that's the thing. And women can be gripers and naggers, like you said. I wanted to go back to, you said yours wasn't led by God. And I'm glad you brought that up, because now that we're saved, it's important to remember that everybody's not saved.
Right.
Everybody's husband's not saved. Everybody's wife is not saved, right? So I don't want to be insensitive to women that are going through their trials in their marriage and feeling like they can't make it. What I do want to do is give hope that if you turn to God and trust Him, He can turn any situation around.
Yeah.
Right? So what I said was, if the marriage is designed by God, it can work. All marriages don't work. Unfortunate, it's very unfortunate, but all of them don't work. If they did, I think we would be living in a whole different kind of world. Huh? We know women that did everything right.
Yeah.
Did everything right. And still it didn't work out. So I pray for those women. And men too.
Yeah.
You got some good brothers out there that did everything right.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out. Right? So I want to be realistic in my thoughts, So I'm glad you brought that up. Transparency is real, and keeping it real is real too. Yeah.
We are not living in the fantasy island.
Because I could have came real close to marrying somebody else, and then I would have been like, what am I do now? Why did I do that? Right? It could have been me. So to God be the glory for the mercy that he had on me in my life, right? So thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate this time. I appreciate you and Eric. I don't remember Eric as a young teenager.
You don't remember when he used to come to the house? No,
I don't remember
Tracy
him at all.
remembers like it was yesterday.
Yeah, she brags about how they used to sing together. Eric can sing too, y'all.
They used to be on the phone singing all kinds of songs, and I'm falling asleep, and him and her on the phone. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all. But he remembers me and Esther being
sitting in front of the couch.
Very well behaved at times.
Had to, when we was courting, we had to be in front of the family. My mom and dad would allow our boyfriends to come over, but everybody had to sit in one room.
Yeah, so I don't really remember Eric. I just know that he's been around for a very long time. And I remember him from once I got to high school. I was like, wow, he's a pretty handsome fellow. Where'd you find him? Jeez.
Back road,
yeah.
dirt road.
That's what Rev used to say. Y'all putting your hands in each other's back pockets.
No, I had my hand in his back pocket.
Oh.
We was walking up to a cookout, and we was kind of hugging. He had his arm around me, and I had my arm around the back of him. But it was just comfortable to put my hand in his pocket. It was just convenient.
Rev teased you about that for years.
And now everybody else teasing me about it.
We all grown now.
I said, who got their hand in the back pocket now?
Yeah, you all are just like such an inspiration. Such an inspiration. And I just want to encourage you to continue to tell your testimony. Continue to share God's love and what God is able to do if we just allow him. And just continue to be that beacon of light that people need, the hope that people need, It can work. The gritty and the ugly, you can come out sparkly and clean.
You just got to be willing to go through it.
Yeah.
And I know people hear this all the time. Keep everybody out of your business. Keep everybody out of your business. You got to find somebody that you can talk to. Get wise counsel.
Yeah.
Wise counsel. If you need to go to therapy, go to therapy. Whatever you need to make it work. Like I said before, every marriage is not going to work. But you got to give it your everything plus your all.
So as Georgie say, at the end of the day, you know that you did everything that you could to make it work. And it's one thing to get wise counsel. It's a whole other thing to take wise counsel.
Yeah.
Take it.
And be able to trust each other. Just be able to trust each other. It shouldn't be anything that you're doing that your spouse shouldn't know about.
All right.
Nothing. Unless you're just trying to surprise me with something. Then I'll be quiet and I won't listen. But.
Well, depending. I mean, there's certain things, like if you're being a blessing to somebody. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a conversation that you shouldn't be having with somebody.
Oh, child.
A visit you shouldn't be having with somebody.
You shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to talk to your spouse about that. Don't go. Don't do it. Don't go, don't do it, don't say it. Don't.
She having a problem. Okay, well, she can talk to me. Or you can talk to us together. Like, there was a co-worker of his that had just had a baby a few years ago. And she's a single mom. I don't know what her father was, but she had this baby and didn't have anything for the baby. So I said, find out what she needs, and we'll get her what she needs.
Right.
And we dropped it off together.
That's right.
You know, she know me. You know, she's always respectful to me.
That's right.
I'm cool with you having female friends. I'm okay with that. Hey, how you doing? Don't ever overlook your wife. Don't ever overlook your husband for anyone.
Right.
I don't care who it is. Don't ever overlook your companion. Make them feel, you know, like there's nothing to be jealous of. Oh, yeah, this is my wife or this is my husband. It's just respect.
Yeah.
Respect. I shouldn't feel any kind of way about anybody you dealing with.
Nope.
If I'm uncomfortable, you don't need to be talking to them.
If you can't have that conversation in my presence, you don't need to be having it at all. Oh, I'm not that mature yet. It's 20 years. George don't even be talking. Not only you talk, he gonna talk to Paulette and the people, women. But friends outside, no.
You got girls at work that you know you friends with.
I respect you for that.
They be like, tell my girl I said hey. Tell my girl I said hello. Hey, how you doing? How your wife doing? Yeah, cool. Oh, that kikiing.
I'm not there. No, I don't think I'll ever get there.
Yes, you will.
Not looking for. No, I'm telling you, I'm not looking to be there. I'm not even going down that road. It's not going to happen. No.
Reroute.
Yeah. As soon as possible, make a legal U-turn. No. Nope. Just no. Tony's looking at me with one eye. No, I'm not ever going to be that mature. And I'm happy. I'm comfortable with it.
So if ladies at his job is bringing him food, you're not good with that?
Are they old?
I'm not sure how old they are. You are a nut. You are a nut.
Yeah, nah. Just no.
Yeah, you have it, babe. Can't nobody else bring you food?
No. If that works for you and your marriage and your husband, hey. And it's not even that I don't trust George or I'm insecure. It's just like, no.
You are so funny.
Absolutely not. First of all, he's a truck driver. You was in a truck by yourself. How you meet this coworker?
The dispatcher.
No. Ingrid, who was the dispatcher, she... First of all, y'all ain't got no business spending. What y'all talk about? Where we going next? What's my next route, Ingrid? That's it.
Ingrid? Why Ingrid?
That's her name.
Oh,
yeah. Where I'm going next.
Yo,
yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know, where I'm going next. How did a meal come out of this? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Spaghetti and
I'm talking about to George. How did you start talking about food with Ingrid?
George, I made spaghetti for all the guys at work. Here's yours.
Oh, for all the guys? Oh, that's nice.
I thought you might like this. You want to try this? Would you like to try this, George?
No, he wouldn't.
But,
no.
Don't take the plate.
I remember I was counseling this. Me and George. Well, Audrey was born, so we been married for like 2 years. We were still in the apartments, and I was just trying to help this guy with his marriage, and I was giving him some advice on how to win his wife back, and we were on the phone, and I was walking around the house on the phone, la-di-da, da-da-da-da-da, and yeah, da-da-da-da, talking to him on the phone, and I think a laugh came out, and George was like, next thing I know, my hand is, My hand is to my face, but the phone isn't. And I was like, where'd the phone go?
George done snatched the phone.
Yo, if you want to talk about some marriage to somebody, you talk to me. Don't call my wife no more. I was like, I was mortified.
That's a little bit different.
I was mortified. George, why would you?
Bufus was trying to get up on you.
No, he was not.
Bufus was trying.
No, he was not. I promise you he was not. He was really nice, and I was trying to help him get his wife back. And George was like, looking at my empty hand, and I was like, what happened so far? Yo, bro, you know how George, the New York, let me explain something to you real quick. Don't call my wife no more, all right?
I keep thinking
you want to talk to somebody about marriage, you can call me, all right? Don't call my wife. I was like, okay, but can I say bye? No.
You can't say nothing.
Say nothing. Sorry.
Yeah,
that was the end of that.
Yeah.
But I was trying to be a helpful friend. That didn't happen.
No,
that didn't work out. So yeah, that's how that happened. It ended abruptly. I wasn't nowhere near interested in this guy. It was just, no. But anyway, I just want to say thank you for your time again. You have been my most frequent guest, and I'm going to have you as a guest every time because you just have so much knowledge in so many areas, Anna. You are like a serious pillar in this family.
Oh, wow.
And even in our community, like just period. The Tony's the one that go on mammograms with people. Like, I guess
go.
I guess they don't got nobody else to go with them, so they call Tony like, "Can you go to my mammogram with me?" Like, that's a beautiful thing. I'm not jealous or anything. I'm just saying, maybe a little bit, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's.
You have such a heart and so much to offer, and we're grateful for you, Anna.
Praise God.
I'm gonna ask you to give us some closing words, some closing advice.
Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome.
I just say love is in the air. Just before you marry somebody, get to know them.
Yeah.
Get to know them. Don't just jump right into a marriage because it's for keeps. Marriage is for better or for worse.
Amen.
So many words that go with that people don't take serious. Forsaking all others. Forsaking all others.
All of them others.
What God has put together, let no man separate.
That's right.
And we gotta really, really get this thing.
Yeah.
Because the divorce rate is going up higher and higher every year.
Yeah.
And if you could just determine within your heart before you marry, my brother often says, if you can't live in a foxhole with him, that's not your person.
Don't do it. You sure do.
That's not your person. You got to be able to know that this is the person that you're entrusting your life with.
Yep.
Say, can I trust you with my life?
If I'm stuck on an island, it's going to have to be with George.
Right. That's exactly how I feel.
Have to be with George.
If it's not with Eric, They say you got to take 3 things with you. Well, my husband going to be one of them.
I don't even want to be stuck on an island with myself.
Without Eric. Eric, how do this? Eric, how do we, yeah.
Ooh. But let me just say this. Eric and George was those dudes that knew how to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got the bomb.
If one can't do it, the other can.
And I remember before I met George, it was Eric. Then when George came along, Eric was like, whew, I get a break. George, I got a flat. George, I locked my keys in the car. George, I ran out of gas. George, I ran out of gas. George, I ran out of gas. Run out of gas again.
Eric can say, woo, put his feet up for a little bit.
And I remember George going, bro, how you do it, bro? How do you do it?
It's like that was the only number that was in everybody's Rolodex back then.
But what a blessing.
Yeah.
That we were able to share our husbands in that way.
Yeah.
With the people that needed them, and still do.
Don't mind.
And still do.
Because
we're blessed.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'll be back. I got to go help sister so-and-so. I'll be back. I got to go help this person. And the heart that they have to do so.
Yeah, amazing, man. Amazing.
Yeah, our church is blessed like that with a bunch of strong brothers.
Mm-hmm. And just resources.
Yeah, if one don't know one thing, the other know. Like, we got it all.
Well-rounded.
Because they all know something,
Yeah.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
I'm so blessed.
So thank you so much for joining me tonight. We're going to continue with Love is in the Air. I'm feeling all laid back today. You hear my melodious, just relaxed voice, everybody.
So crazy. Every time we get together, we laugh.
I know. It's a wonderful thing. Love is in the air, folks. And you've met my sister, Anna, once again. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Join me next time right here on the CharlieB Podcast. CharlieB out. Thanks, Anna McFana.
You reckon.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show. You can also like my page on Facebook at the CharlieB Podcast. Now, before you get out of the car and go to whatever is next, take a deep breath and remember, this is what you were created for. God gave you a different kind of strength, and whatever it is, you've got this. So again, thanks for tuning in. Really, you didn't have to, but I'm so glad that you did. Join me next time right here on the CharlieB Podcast.